The traditional startup playbook is dead. While Silicon Valley still obsesses over raising millions and hiring armies of employees, a revolution is happening. Solo founders are using AI to build businesses that would have required teams of 50 people just 5 years ago. Carta documented this shift in their report on the bootstrap solo founder era, tracking the dramatic rise in solo founder startups with no VC funding. Take Base44's $80 million acquisition built by a single founder leveraging AI tools that replaced entire departments. Companies like Replit scaled from $10 million to $100 million ARR in months with minimal staff. The numbers behind this transformation are staggering, and the trend is accelerating faster than anyone predicted. Today we're exploring how AI is creating the world's first generation of truly solo unicorns, starting with the data that reveals just how dramatically the entrepreneurial landscape has shifted. The data behind the solo revolution. Carta's data reveals the scope of this transformation. Their analysis documented a dramatic increase in solo founder startups with no VC funding since early 2024, marking what they termed the bootstrap solo founder era. This isn't a minor adjustment in how businesses operate. Something fundamental has shifted in the architecture of entrepreneurship itself, and the numbers reveal a transformation that's happening faster than most people realize. The contrast with traditional startup metrics tells the real story. Companies like Telegram demonstrate the extreme end of team size compression, generating $1 billion in revenue with just 30 employees, according to Henry Shieh's Lean AI leaderboard. These aren't outliers anymore. They represent a new category of business builder that's becoming the norm rather than the exception. AI adoption rates correlate directly with these shrinking team sizes across every industry category. Companies that integrated AI tools in their first year show dramatically smaller average team sizes compared to those that didn't. AI coding assistants alone cut needed technical headcount by around 60%. Eliminating the traditional requirement for technical co-founders in many startups. Marketing agencies powered by AI content generation tools operate with significantly fewer staff members while handling comparable client loads. The revenue per employee ratios emerging from these operations would have been impossible before sophisticated AI tools became accessible. Traditional SaaS companies average $200,000 in revenue per employee. AI-powered solo operations are hitting $800,000 to $1.2 million per person. Some extreme cases show individual founders generating over $2 million annually, productivity levels that required entire departments in the pre-AI era. This creates significant tension in investment circles. Traditional venture capitalists still write bigger checks to startups with larger teams, believing scale requires people. Meanwhile, bootstrap success stories are proving that assumption wrong daily. Angel investors are starting to question whether team size actually correlates with success potential, but institutional investors haven't caught up to this shift yet. The change goes beyond just AI replacing human tasks. Solo founders are building businesses with completely different operational DNA. They're choosing business models that scale through automation rather than hiring. They're selecting markets where AI tools provide the most leverage. They're avoiding revenue streams that require human-intensive operations. Industry experts predict this trend will accelerate dramatically. Sequoia Capital's latest market analysis suggests that 40% of new startups will be single-founder operations by 2020. The implications extend far beyond entrepreneurship. When individual entrepreneurs can generate millions in revenue without creating jobs, established frameworks for measuring business success need complete recalibration. We're witnessing the largest structural shift in entrepreneurship since the internet made global markets accessible to individual creators. The difference is that this transformation is happening in months rather than decades. The question becomes, what specific tools are making this revolution possible? The AI arsenal. Tools that replace entire departments. Modern AI tools are systematically replacing entire departments in successful solo operations. Customer service operations that once required dedicated support teams now run through AI chatbots and automated response systems. Marketing departments get replaced by content generation platforms and social media automation tools. Sales processes operate through AI-powered lead qualification and follow-up sequences. Product development accelerates through no-code platforms and AI-assisted design tools. Administrative functions run through intelligent workflow automation that handles everything from invoicing to inventory management. Vibe coding platforms demonstrate the most dramatic transformation. Replit reached 100 million ARR within months of hitting $10 million, while Lovable reached 75 million AR in 9 months, showcasing AI-native coding's power to compress traditional development timelines. These platforms have essentially eliminated the technical co-founder requirement. Solo founders with minimal programming experience are building production-ready applications using no-code tools that can produce functional MVPs in a weekend rather than months of traditional development cycles. Customer service automation through platforms like Intercom AI and Zendesk's AnswerBot can handle 80% of customer inquiries without human intervention. The breakthrough is that solo founders build these automated systems themselves without needing support teams. Marketing automation tools generate blog posts, social media content, and email sequences that match the quality of dedicated marketing teams. Operational efficiency platforms like Zapier and Make connect different software systems, creating automated workflows that eliminate manual data entry and process management tasks. The cost structure advantages are staggering. Solo founders often pay $300 monthly on AI subscriptions versus an average $75,000 annual cost per employee, including benefits and overhead. That's less than 15% of a single employee's cost, while often exceeding the productivity of entire departments. The financial efficiency allows founders to reinvest resources into growth rather than operational overhead. The learning curve challenges are real but manageable. Solo founders must become competent across multiple business functions and learn to integrate various AI platforms effectively. This requires strategic thinking about tool selection and workflow design. Successful solopreneurs develop AI tool stacks where different platforms complement each other seamlessly, creating integrated workflows that maximize efficiency across every business function. The reliability question matters most for million-dollar operations. These tools have reached reliability levels that support serious business operations. Companies like Telegram, Midjourney, and Anytype appear on Lean AI leaderboards with under 50 employees, generating over $5 million annually. The acquisition of Base44 by Wix for $80 million demonstrates real market validation, proving that AI-powered tools can create significant enterprise value while maintaining lean operations. But the real question isn't whether these tools work. It's whether individual founders can actually execute at the scale these tools enable. Solo unicorn success stories. The new millionaire playbook. The answer comes from examining what solo founders are already accomplishing. GenSpark hit $36 million in ARR with just 24 people in 45 days. That's not a typo. While traditional startups struggle to reach those numbers with hundreds of employees over multiple years, this consumer AI agent company demonstrates what's possible when lean operations meet AI-powered efficiency. As Henry Shea notes, in the age of AI, speed is the only defensibility, and being lean and nimble is your unfair advantage. Their success represents the extreme edge of what solo-adjacent founders are achieving right now. Peter Level stands as the godfather of this movement, building multiple seven-figure businesses as a true solo operator, including Nomad List and Remote Year. His approach centers on rapid iteration, minimal viable products, and direct customer feedback loops using simple tech stacks that align with the indie hacker ethos. Levels operates his ventures through basic web frameworks, automated customer service systems, and social media scheduling tools that require minimal maintenance once configured properly. His tool choices reflect strategic simplicity rather than complexity. Other breakout solo founders follow similar patterns but adapt them to different markets. Mark Liu built several SaaS products, generating six-figure revenues using no-code platforms and AI content generation. Danny Postma scaled Headshot Pro to over $1 million annually by automating the entire customer journey from payment to product delivery. These founders share common operational DNA, despite serving completely different customer bases. The business model patterns reveal themselves clearly across successful solo operations. Subscription-based digital products that can be standardized and automated create predictable, low-touch revenue streams that support automation investments. Market selection focuses on problems that AI tools can solve efficiently rather than those requiring human creativity or complex decision-making. Customer acquisition strategies center on content marketing and social media presence rather than traditional advertising spend. These founders become the public face of their brands, building personal audiences that convert into customers. They use AI tools to maintain consistent content production across multiple platforms while focusing their personal time on high-value interactions and strategic decisions. The psychological challenges of building alone create real barriers that successful founders overcome through online communities and strategic partnerships. They participate in indie hacker forums, maintain advisory relationships with other entrepreneurs, and often collaborate with other solo founders on complementary projects. The isolation issue gets addressed through intentional social connections rather than traditional co-founder relationships. The sustainability question remains open, but early indicators suggest these approaches can support long-term growth. Successful solo founders think fundamentally differently about business architecture, choosing scalability through systems rather than people from the initial planning stages. But these achievements raise an even bigger question about what might be possible at the absolute limits of this model. Software-as-a-service platforms represent the most likely category for the first solo unicorn. These business models can scale globally without physical infrastructure, handle customer acquisition through automated marketing systems, and provide standardized solutions that don't require customization for individual clients. Social media platforms, productivity tools, and communication software fit these criteria particularly well. Industries that depend on physical goods, complex consulting services, or regulated sectors like healthcare and finance present additional barriers that make solo unicorn status more difficult. Can a single person actually build a billion-dollar company using AI? The question sounds absurd until you examine the trajectory of what's already happening. Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei confidently predicted that the first one-person billion-dollar company will emerge in 2020. His confidence stems from observing how AI capabilities are accelerating at rates that outpace traditional scaling limitations. The billion-dollar question. Limits and future predictions. The sustainability question remains whether this represents a temporary AI honeymoon period or permanent structural change. Current AI tools might reach capability plateaus that limit further productivity gains. Market saturation could reduce opportunities for solo operators as competition increases. AI tool commoditization might eliminate competitive advantages that current solo founders enjoy. AI agents are transforming what becomes possible for individual operators. Instagram co-founder Mike Krieger noted that AI allows startups to run experiments in parallel and build products faster than ever. This capability enables solo founders to handle tasks that previously required specialized teams across multiple departments. Advanced AI systems can manage customer service operations, generate marketing content, handle basic sales processes, and even assist with product development cycles. Solo founders can now tackle multiple product iterations simultaneously, testing different approaches without the coordination overhead that traditional teams require. The venture capital industry faces pressure to evolve rapidly. Investment firms built around funding large teams may struggle to evaluate solo operations effectively. Traditional due diligence processes examine team composition, organizational structure, and hiring plans. Solo founders require different evaluation criteria focused on automation capabilities, market positioning, and scalability through systems rather than people. This creates tension between venture capital's reliance on team-based due diligence versus outcomes-based evaluation for solo founders. Potential downsides include widespread economic disruption, as successful solo operations reduce demand for traditional employment. Market saturation in AI-accessible sectors could limit opportunities for new solo founders. The concentration of wealth among successful individual entrepreneurs might increase economic inequality rather than creating broader prosperity. The first solo unicorn will likely emerge from a founder who combines exceptional AI tool mastery with strategic market positioning in a sector where automation provides maximum leverage advantages. But the implications of this shift reach far beyond individual success stories. Kaushik Tiwari suggests that the one-person unicorn model doesn't eliminate teams, but reimagines them, with future founders potentially managing hybrid workforces of AI agents, freelancers, and core employees. This approach creates flexible organizational structures that adapt to specific business needs without traditional hiring commitments. The economic implications reshape how we think about value creation itself. When individual operators can generate billions in revenue without creating traditional employment, the entire framework of work and business ownership requires complete recalibration. Kaushik Tiwari's roadmap suggests that one-person unicorns don't eliminate teams, but reimagine them with AI agents, freelancers, and core employees, forming hybrid workforces that challenge traditional employment structures. The numbers prove this transformation is already underway. Lovable's $75 million ARR in 9 months and Base44's $80 million acquisition demonstrate that AI-powered solo acceleration creates real enterprise value. These aren't outliers anymore. They're blueprints for the future of entrepreneurship. If you're considering solo entrepreneurship, start experimenting with AI tools now. The learning curve exists, but the competitive advantages for early adopters are substantial. Which AI tool would you use first as a solo founder? Let us know in the comments below.